Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. Very sorry to hear of the passing of George Wendt. Norm from Cheers. I was out hiking and heard about it and thought I would come back here and just give some of my thoughts on the passing of George. I actually got to meet him a couple of years ago at a work event. I'll get to that in just a little bit. And at the end of this video, I'll show you some photos of that event and a couple other photos as well. But I wanted to very briefly read an obit I quickly wrote up just so I wrote it up so I wouldn't leave out anything important. George Wendt, best known for his role as Norm Peterson on the classic sitcom Cheers, passed away at 76. A native of Chicago, Wendt's career spanned television, film, and stage. His portrayal of the affable barfly Norm earned him 6 Emmy nominations and a lasting place in television history. In addition to Cheers, Wendt appeared in such films as Fletch and the cult horror comedy House, and was a fan favorite on Saturday Night Live as part of the iconic Superfan sketches. He also starred in the short-lived George Wendt Show in 1995. While Wendt had previously undergone coronary bypass surgery in 2012 due to a severely constricted artery, the official cause of death has not been publicly disclosed, at least not that I could find. Let me know in the comments if you know differently. His family has requested privacy during this time of mourning, of course. Wendy is survived by his wife, Bernadette Birkett, and their children. Now, guys, I'll get to when I met George in just a little bit, but in addition to Cheers, which I thought he was absolutely great on and was a big reason I loved that show. Also, I mean, it's just funny. It's very well written, but Norm always provided a lot of comic relief in a show that was already very funny. Just hilarious on that show. But he was also in Fletch, like I said. Now, Fletch from 1985, that's the year I graduated. Absolutely loved this movie. And he played a drug dealer in this film. It was a brief role, but he's hilarious. And if you haven't seen Fletch, I would highly recommend watching it. It's a Chevy Chase film. Very funny. And it does have a sequel that Wendt, I don't believe, was in. But anyway, so yeah, he means a lot to me because of Cheers, a show I grew up watching, and because of Fletch, and the sketch on Saturday Night Live, you know, the Bears, the Bulls, and all that kind of stuff. And recently, you guys probably saw some of the Pope memes. You know, since the new Pope is from Chicago, there were definitely memes regarding that sketch. Yeah, so in Fletch, George Wendt played Fat Sam, a small-time informant who provides Chevy Chase's character, investigative reporter Erwin Fletcher, with information during his investigation. Fat Slim is a colorful, shady character who works as a dealer and serves as one of Fletch's underground sources. Though a minor role, Wendt's performance added humor and texture to the film's cast of eccentric characters. Yeah, so he never really became huge beyond Cheers. You know, he never was a household name beyond that. But hey, that's enough. And you know, it's always especially sad. You know, celebrity deaths affect you know, film fans and TV fans, obviously, in a big way, music fans. But it seems like comedians, people that are funny, it kind of tugs at the heart a little more. It kind of stings a little more when they're people that made you laugh. And George Wendt definitely made millions and millions of people laugh with his portrayals. Now, guys, I did get to meet George Wendt at Heritage Auctions a couple of years ago. They were selling the entire Cheers set up for auction, and I think it ended up going for about $500,000. And George Wendt was there on site at Heritage Auctions, along with, let me know in the comments, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, the Toy Story voice actor from Toy Story, and the postman in Cheers. Yeah, you can let me know in the comments. Brain fart. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, these two actors were there at Heritage Auctions, you know, helping promote this item. And I'm sure, you know, it's massive. It's the bar, it's the surrounding photos, and, you know, props from the show, the entire set. And I'll provide pictures of that as well at the end of this video. Were sold off at auction, and they were there at the event. It was a big thing with food and drink and wine and beer and everything. And it was kind of a hoity affair. People were dressed up and, you know, talking about, you know, all this stuff being auctioned to this massive sale. And the key piece of this sale was this massive set from Cheers. Now, also, Ratzenberg, is that his name? The guy from Toy Story, and the Cheers actor that played the very funny postman on Cheers. Now, I actually asked Ratzenberger a question at this event at Heritage. I asked him if people ever come up to me, him just spewing random facts like he did in Cheers, and he goes, "No, it doesn't really happen. But if they did, he would punch him in the face." So he was being a little hilarious there. But anyway, so yeah, it was really cool meeting him. Both guys, George Wendt in particular, was struggling. He was, sitting down most of the time, and it looked like an effort to talk and to smile and just to kind of interact with people. But he did it. People have, an amazing ability to carry on, to cling to this life, and to do what you can up until the point where you can't any longer. People want to feel productive, and people, need money, frankly. And I'm sure he got paid handsomely to appear at Heritage Auctions and at Fan Expo Dallas, which is where I also met him prior to the Heritage encounter. And he was friendly, he was nice, he was kind of reserved and a little calm, a little quiet, because he wasn't a super healthy guy, leading up to his passing. Obviously, he was not in good health. But anyway, he was out there, he was doing it, and he was, doing what he could to meet fans, to, I'm sure these hardcore Cheers fans, it was a lifelong dream to meet Mr. Wendt, and he made that dream come true. So yeah, hats off to George Wendt, and a very sad day for fans of the Cheers television show and just George Wendt in general. So anyway, yeah, so let me know in the comments if you're a Cheers fan, if you ever got to meet George Wendt, or if you appreciated any of his other roles on TV or film or on the stage or whatever. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Now we'll check out some photos of Mr. Wendt.